Hello, hello, friends. Good morning, good evening. This is Yonks with Token Summit DAO, and this is a very special live stream that we are doing today because we're actually going to be going through the process of proclaiming and then applying to be listed on the National Day calendar for International DAO Day on February 22nd, and we're going to be celebrating the very first International DAO Day with a mini summit that Token Summit DAO is hosting with the hashtag DAO Day 22222 for the most epic DAO Day of all time. We really believe that DAOs are the future of work. DAO stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. And welcome, everybody. Join with me here today. We've got Blursday, Dax, Mrs. Yonks, Amy, and Prince. And I thought I saw Double D on earlier, and I did. I think it just ran out of the window there. So welcome, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us here on Sunday. This is a special day too. I've got my Broncos jersey on, even though that they are not playing in the Super Bowl today. But Mrs. Yonks and I will be heading up to watch the game earlier, as I think I heard something that a record amount of people will be tuning in today to watch the Rams and the Bengals tee it off or kick it off here later.
And your father-in-law has been excited about the Bengals being in the Super Bowl for 50 years. So on behalf of the other half of Team Yogs, we love Cincinnati. Go team.
Yes, that is Tyler's hometown, Cincinnati. So Notion is the tool that we're collaborating on, organizing. This is actually our content calendar. And to provide a little backstory, like one of the pieces of content that's been here on the content calendar is a blog post. And I was like, I started thinking, I was like, because one of the things that we're wanting to do with content, it being a crypto DAO, Mirror.xyz is quickly becoming a go-to platform for Web3 content creators to share stories. And I'm pretty sure that once an article is posted on Mirror.xyz, it cannot be edited because it's forever on the blockchain. That's why that I understand it. And I was like, thinking a little bit, I was like, here we do all of this live stream stuff. Why don't we create a piece of content, a live stream, specifically where we're going through this process that we can incorporate into this blog post proclaiming International DAO Day on February 22nd. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's actually look at the website over here, because this is the process that we're going to be going through over here, National Day Calendar. And let me open up their homepage in another tab. This resource is utilized by a lot of media outlets for various fun different things. And you can see here that there's multiple days coming up. Literally today, National Cheddar Day, National Tortellini Day, National Pork Rind Day here on February 13th. Who knew? But DAO Day, February 22nd, International DAO Day. So coming to the tab over here, National Day Calendar. I'm just going to read through this here for the benefit of everybody. National Day Calendar is the premier destination for brands, nonprofits, and corporations to register an official national day that aligns with their product or service. As the #1 trending topic of all time on social media, National Day Calendar offers a powerful mix of digital, radio, social media, and television news platforms that reach a hyper-engaged audience of celebrations across the United States and around the globe. I'm going to just stop there. You can read more about it. This is at Register a National Day. That's the page that they have here. And it's actually just scrolling down the list here. So do you have a special day that you would like to be recognized annually? And we do believe that DAOs are special. We have really enjoyed working with the team here. Most of us have been working together. Most of us have shared working on Retoken, The Real Estate DAO was talking a little bit before we went live about Token Town, the HOA destroyer, and we'll be talking more about that in 2022. But today, we're here to proclaim International DAO Day on February 22nd. So scrolling down this list, so please note that we do not declare national days for individuals. And then this next paragraph, and they wanted to really emphasize this with their all uppercase, due to a substantial backlog, we are only accepting applications from companies and organizations at this time. Token Summit DAO is an organization registered as a sub-DAO in Wyoming under their Wyoming DAO law. And this is one of the things that we're going to incorporate within this proposal or application is, I've got a link here, snapshot.org, for those that are not familiar, is a governance platform for DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations. And here is the space for Token Summit DAO. And our Genesis proposal has a lot of relevant details in here as far as the vision, mission, founding principles, and then some other details. So this is one of the things that we're going to include within our application here. So let's actually scroll down here, this Notion page. I started, and let me actually go back to the application real quick. So we've got some details. I'm going to pull some of this off of the screen during the live share. I mean, I can put in my name here real quick. I'm fully doxed, as most everybody knows. And we'll use the Token Summit email address. And then the big aspect of this application, we do have a website too, https tokensummit.xyz. And what is the name of the national day? So we're going to International DAO Day. Super simple. DAO, Decentralized Autonomous Organization. What day, week, month would you like your national day observed? February. Go
just
ahead,
to chime in. So I don't know if this is for international days. Is it? It might have to be.
I was looking at that, and I'm pretty sure. Let's actually do a search here.
Yeah, just to be safe.
So here's International Being You Day. So they allow pretty much anything that they approve.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to double check.
I appreciate that, because I had that same thought process, and then I started looking here, and International Being You Day, May 22nd. Who knew? But that's just one example, and I did a search here, and I think if I make this international, and I don't know if that lowers down, so even with the putting the quotes around international, that still gives us a whole lot. Like here's February international days. International Day of Human Fraternity, International Day of Zero Tolerance to Female Genital Mutilation, International Day of Women and Girls in Science. So, and look, today, Blurs, is International Condom Day. So all of the, and what's kind of funny.
I didn't even get you a card. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well, we don't frequent stores where those might have cards to recognize that particular day, so there is that as well. So I think we're good. It looks like that there's a wide flexibility, and to rewind a little bit, like one of the things that they were saying here, and this has some of the parameters. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I included this link in the description for anybody else that is interested in proclaiming or establishing their own day. I don't even know what the application process looks like. This is literally the first time that have gone through this. So International DAO Day, super simple. And I do want to digress momentarily, because I was like, well, would global be better or international? So like one of the tools that I like using is Google Trends and trends.google.com. So I did a search here for global, and as the search term. And then I was like, let's see how that compares to international. And right now it's got the little selection on United States. So let's be good global citizens here and change it to worldwide. So as you can see, the red line for international trended higher over global. So I was like, okay, that's easy. Let's just stick with international. And DAOs are very much international. And I do want to take a moment to pause and welcome, because we are joined here internationally with our friends from Nigeria. We have Prince, and Double D was on here earlier. Double D is still here. So, and this is one of the things that was that we'll talk more about with Token Town here after we wind up this live stream, as far as increasing the vision with some of our other projects like Token Town. But let's get back on track. So International DAO Day. So give us the story. This is where I need everybody's help. We have a 3,000 word opportunity. And this is one of the things that I got some draft here on some words, but let's actually make this bigger here. So give us the story, and let me make this, minimize this so that we can get this as big as possible on the screen for everybody here. So give us the story. Here's the first paragraph that I started with. Adoption of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology are ramping up on an international scale and poised to continue disruption. We believe that DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations, are the hashtag future of work. And this line right here is a pretty compelling statement. I mean, people have been talking about future of work, like the gig economy here, platform situations like Uber and Airbnb. I think really like there was a lot of talk about that being the future of work. And I think that that's been largely disillusioned. And like one of the books that I really enjoy, and it's actually pre-pandemic, but it's still very relevant as far as some of the shortcomings of the gig economy and a lot of optimist people. And like myself and Mrs. Yonks are very engaged in the gig economy. True story, like over the last 5 years, I've done over 10,000 trips on Uber and Lyft, and we love Airbnb, and not going to go off on that tangent any more than already did. But how's everybody liking this first paragraph here that I just read?
Need some grammar work. I could quickly do. Oh, I'm trying to find it in Notion. Oh, it's under content calendar. Okay.
And I linked that up in the Zoom chat previously, so you should just be able to scroll up and grab it there as well, Blurs. And I don't know if you prefer, and this is one of the things that we are absolutely committed to here with the team, because I do know that Notion has a little bit of a learning curve, was getting a little bit of frustration with Mrs. Yonks on that. That's something that very aware of, and we're going to be doing some Notion training. One thing too, coming up here, I think it's on March 2nd, and I'll get some details out for everybody on that, but it's a mini summit, I think, actually being facilitated via Hopin, if I remember correctly. And for those that may or may not know, hopin.com is the platform that we're going to be delivering DAO Day here on February 22nd for the very first. So yeah, do your work on the grammar there. Would love to get that dialed in. But as far as capturing, is there anything else that we need to really capture the first introductory paragraph as far as from an importance standpoint that DAOs play? I will take the silence as a no and carry on. So Token Summit DAO is a sub-DAO of 3Win DAO, and in parentheses, Triple Win Foundation DAO LLC, because I think that this is an opportunity here, Tyler, for us to get the trade name for 3Win DAO, both of which are formed in Wyoming under the Wyoming DAO LLC law, which went into effect on July 1st, 2021. This can be verified in the Wyoming Secretary of State website, and we will utilize the open source DAO governance platform on snapshot.org for voting on organizational related efforts. Our Genesis proposal, which already referenced earlier, and this is me ad-libbing a little bit, our Genesis proposal, TSIP-1 Token Summit Improvement Proposal number 1, is a great DAO document which outlines important organizational components, vision, mission, founding principles, website and social media links, etc., and can be found at this URL. You can see this proposal was unanimously voted on and passed by 10 individuals that have been initially contributing to the success of this organization and project. Token Summit DAO is a virtual events organization, and we will be launching our first mini summit on February 22nd, 2022, using the hashtag DAODay22222 to proclaim the very first International DAO Day. We will be expanding this mini summit format into a full-blown 3-day virtual event in June 21st to 23rd, 2022, with hashtag Token Summit 222 or 622, and repeating this format again on October 21st to 2022. This 3-day virtual events format will expand into hybrid events utilizing best-in-class event technology platforms for executing this strategy. We will continue this on an annual basis in February, June, October. So that's where I left with drafting this. And let me see what we've got for a character limit, because we do have a 3,000 character limit. So I'm going to stop talking and let some people chime in on what we've got there so far.
Okay, so first of all, it looks like I can't edit it. Maybe it's because you have it open. Also, can we see other drafts that have been approved from other days?
I don't think so, because it does
okay.
say in here somewhere at the start, all submissions are confidential, and I would be really shocked if most people operate on the degree of transparency that we do. So
that's fair. Yeah, the paragraph where you say, we're this DAO, we came from that DAO, and I'm wondering if that's a little too much detail, because it might just confuse them.
Well, perhaps we should do this, because I don't know what research is going to be done by the team.
Right.
I think I agree with Blur's Day. Just if you can just simplify it that way.
And I'm open for how to simplify it, but I'm also wanting to provide some breadcrumbs to substantiate that we are an organization and that there's multiple people contributing to this dynamic. That's kind of the thought process that I was operating on with that, is to make this research aspect simpler.
Yes. Can you go back to the draft?
And I don't know if you normally blurs have been using, because on the I like using the Notion app, and I get some weird behaviors on the links as far as editing them and stuff like that. But you definitely do have edit privileges on the page. But and I don't know if you've started using the Notion app. I see Prince has his hand up. Go ahead, Prince.
Okay, so I'm actually going through the draft you have, and the third paragraph I can see Token Summit DAO is a sub DAO of 3-Win DAO, Triple Win Foundation DAO LLC, both of which are formed in Wyoming. So I think that might sort of shift focus from us as the main subject. So we should probably remove that.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was kind of thinking.
I didn't hear that. Okay.
Yeah, no, I agree. Or at the very least, I would I'll let you finish doing that. You don't have to put 3-win DAO, triple win foundation DAO LLC. You just get rid of the 3-win DAO and just put the triple win outside of parentheses, because it's 3-win DAO doesn't mean anything to them, but triple win foundation would mean something. So, but yeah, I don't know if we want that at all to begin with. Comma, yeah. I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, Yonks, are you kind of married to having the sub DAO and stuff in there?
I was just trying to provide some substantiation, because I mean, like when you're talking about a 3,000 character limit, I mean, and even what we've got here, like let me go to a word character counter. I think I have it right here. So even here, like so we're like, and if we take this entire paragraph off, like that's only 1,800 characters. We take that, we're down to 800 out of 3,000.
Oh, I didn't say get rid of all that whole paragraph. I just think you don't need to say that it's a sub. I don't know.
I think we can still rewrite that something more welcoming. We don't have to essentially delete the entire paragraph.
Different hair under that hat.
Yeah, and I'm open, because I do know that a lot of this technical mumbo jumbo can be confusing. So definitely open for making this where and the underlying thoughts is just to provide some substantiation to our organization and put that into some DAO context. Because like when you look at like, and to provide a little additional context, and this is something that I've talked about quite often, is like on Snapshot, for example, right now there's 5,000 spaces. And like when we formed Retoken, I think there was like, when we started the conversation, there was like barely over 1,000 spaces. So that's how much that Snapshot has grown as far as providing this DAO governance framework. And I mean, that's a lot of information, but I understand that probably everybody that's going to be reading this application is not familiar with DAOs in the crypto ecosystem. What are some of your thoughts, Amy, as far as simplifying this, or
I'm trying to unmute. Yeah, basically, if they haven't been with us, it's a little confusing when you do the sub thing. Can you just say, is Token Summit DAO not directly under the Wyoming DAO LLC law? Are we actually going under Triple Win Foundation as an organization?
Yeah, legally, Token Summit DAO is a child organized. So Token Summit DAO was Token Summit DAO is a Wyoming DAO LLC organized by Triple Win Foundation. So it is a.
If
go
it's
ahead.
an entity by itself, then you can probably just simplify it. There's no need to, give them the details on that one. So it's for other people, it could be so confusing when they're reading that thing.
The thoughts are, though, that I think foundation is a normally has value outside, especially. I think that there's potentially value, because I think Triple Win Foundation, like just the word foundation, I think adds more legitimacy or potentially perceived legitimacy to the context. That's kind of my thoughts on that one, Amy.
Okay, so maybe we could add an extra sentence after the sentence that introduces the Triple Win DAO Foundation. so that it doesn't exactly seem like we're not independent of these guys. Because if I wasn't a part of this, when I read these paragraphs, what I would think is that what we are is triple weight DAO and not what we are. So maybe there's an additional sentence we can append after this that would sort of clarify the relationship between this and that. I don't know.
No, I'm definitely open for some thoughts, because that's why I love having the conversation in this context, so that we can get this dialed in so that it's clear as possible for anybody that may be reading this, especially somebody that's unfamiliar, because that's my expectation, is that the people that will be reading this aren't familiar with DAOs. And I mean, I'm quite okay. Like, you know, this is something that we need to get finalized, and I'm quite okay with like taking this offline and making this like a part one of a part two, where we finish the application, or we maybe not even go through the process on the live stream as far as actually submitting the application. But I would really like this for something for it to be well thought out and well written, so that that would potentially increase getting the stamp of approval here. Regardless, you know, we're going to proceed with our virtual event on February the 22nd. So.
Back to Simon. So I know somebody asked for can we find like existing like a case or a description. So I think it's just confidential. I guess the next question, I'm sure you must have already done it. If not, you know, please correct me. Is there like they go through like a certain rules as to what they look for in order, you know, in order to be approved, you know, case or application or an application?
I don't, and it sounds like that they only add a very few days to this National Day calendar. And I don't know if this is really the only platform that does this sort of dynamic. I think this one is largely regarded and utilized by a lot of media outlets just for various fun, like, you know, and, you know, Fox and Friends, Today Show, Good Morning America, Jimmy Kimmel, Ellen and Elva, blah, blah. I mean, so that's, again, it's just a content tilt that they've found here, and they don't have a whole lot of, as far as their methodology for reviewing the applications. But, you know, the ability for us to add, you know, we've got 3,000 characters based upon this form here to give a story why the International DAO Day should be added to their website. And I don't know what it looks like as far as the process to go from application. And one of the things too, we definitely, applications must be sent at least 6 weeks before to be included in the digital form. So like, we're not going to get this listed here for 2022. I mean, we already missed that window of opportunity, but as you all know, we're playing the long game here. We've already, like, on our Notion space, like we've already outlined, like, the on our tokenomics here, our first 10 seasons, you know, so we've already very forward. This is something that we're building out, this Token Summit DAO for the long-term perspective. So whether we obviously can't get it here on 2022, but, you know, 2023 is right around the corner, and then this will just add to the legitimacy as far as what we're doing. Is we're being very intentional for getting every opportunity to legitimize this International DAO Day that we are functionally proclaiming here on February 22nd. So But again, I'm quite okay with this being well thought out, and this is even something that we could potentially incorporate and take the time between now and the actual event on DAO Day. I mean, we could incorporate this where we could take the time between now and, I mean, because now we're like looking at here, we've got this countdown timer on our homepage, tokensummit.xyz. We're less than 9 days to, so that's, I guess, one of the decisions that we can make. Is this something that we want to be intentional about collaborating on and getting this really dialed in, and then just potentially do this as a I see Blur's comment here. Not sure if we want to use hashtags in the application. And again, that's one of the things too. You might be right. I don't know how that it's looked at. I mean, like here's some value though. I mean, like International BU Day, how to observe hashtag BU Day. Like I don't know if we do or not. A hashtag future of work is one that I know that I personally use quite regularly for categorizing our involvement in DAOs. So I'm open for input and thoughts and ideas on this. But the biggest thing is I think making a decision as far as based upon what I'm hearing, I think that we need to take getting this dialed in on offline, and can we agree on that?
Jason, can you
Yes.
include why we're passionate about this? What good is it to the community? And how are we empowering people that would possibly join our summit? That's just a thought.
No, let me characterize that in a new section here with a new heading. How are we empowering people how will we empower people through International DAO Day? Is that kind of what you're thinking there, Amy?
Yes, so that they know why we're doing it.
We should add details for the why. And I'll put and one of the cool things that we can do here, and Blurs did that just with a comment earlier, and I'll put a comment here. This is a great recommendation from Amy on our live stream today. All right. No, that's a great, because, and that's going through that process as far as like providing the why is absolutely important. And this is more, I think this paragraph here is I'm going to just put it in here like another heading, the how, and I'll put in here like this. Why? It's funny, we've got how and then why.
I think the first paragraph should be what.
Is this the what, or is this the how? Or is this the
Yeah, I think that's the what.
Yeah, the second paragraph is part of the what, I think. I think we need to come up with the how.
Yeah, that should be the
How,
how.
you know,
How we empower people. Yep.
I'll just put add details here.
Just while we're doing that, so apparently the link you sent was a view only link, and whether you're signed in or not, you can't do anything. So I had to go back to the parent site and manually navigate in for it to work. And then also, I really like how we can both simultaneously edit this, unlike Trello, where you couldn't both do it.
Yeah, and Trello is great for tasks. It's not really great for collaboration, and that's one of the things that love about Notion is it's got a lot of complexity, which is kind of anyway, we'll talk more about Notion later, but so let's see. I think that this collaboration is good here, and we're very much under a time crunch. So one of the things that we'd like to do is make a decision as far as, do we want to finish the submission of this on a live stream between now and February the 22nd, or do we want to just incorporate this into a session within DAO Day where we actually proclaim this and finish this up during our live event on February the 22nd? I think that that's kind of what we need to make a decision on.
I like the second one.
Doing it during the live event.
Of course, you know, just that way it enables everybody to part of the, you know, history, you know.
And I agree. I do think that it would be because this is definitely a monumental milestone. So let's add that to our, unless somebody wants to object, and let's really be intentional about getting this all dialed in as far as and that's one of the things besides the live event where we'll be proclaiming International DAO Day on DAO Day 22222, our hashtag for the very first DAO Day. And we'll figure out some other fun things to really cement and open for ideas. I mean, don't be afraid. We love hearing ideas, and you know, like we're open for, you know, this is we're making this a community owned and operated event platform is what we're wanting to do here, for really trumpeting our love for DAOs and the opportunity for us to collaborate through DAO Day. Very, very excited about that. And Blurs is getting busy with the comments here, so thank you for that, Blurs. I love that, and feel free to, you know, go in and add this, and everybody else too. Like we really want this to be a collaborative dynamic, and so we're almost to the hour marker here, and let's actually add this for a decision. We will finalize and submit the National Day Calendar.com application during our DAO Day 222 event to really bring the entire event goers into this historic milestone. All right, any other, and I'm gonna just put on the next actions here, continue collaboration on this via Notion here over the next week or so. And we'll get this dialed in, and looking forward for doing that. Do we need any other decisions or next actions on this? I mean, this was a fairly simple, very dialed in working group today, and would love to hear too, like if anybody happens to have some experience on this process as far as getting their national day proclaimed on National Day calendar. We would love to hear some stories from you all. Yonks, Mrs. Yonks, we're very accessible on all the social media channels. And but yeah, we would love to hear those stories or any experience tips that you may have, so that we can really get our own application for International DAO Day here with the National Day calendar team finalized. That would be absolutely fabulous. So anybody else have some thoughts on this process here? I really appreciate everybody's feedback, and looking forward to utilizing Notion more for a collaboration tool.
Yeah, sorry, I was I was in full on edit mode. Yeah, this is great.
No, love it. And one of the things too, I updated, you can see here, the background got updated the background in Zoom to really, this is the gold ticket. And one thing I want to show real quick. I'll figure that out. I saw your comments there, Blurs, as far as the figuring out the collab land. I was going to do some testing on that. But one of the things that I thought was pretty cool, and I'm going to bring this in here because this is one of the things that I know that you were trying to get figured out, was the little icon, emoji icon. And thank you, Dax, for doing that. I thought that that was really cool. And what we're talking about here, I've got the gold ticket with the little logo for Token Summit in the background, and this little roll icon was one of the things. So thank you for adding a little bit more flair to Discord there with this, for those people that have acquired the gold ticket. And that's one of the things that we will be having more conversations about in the coming days, as far as bringing on some partnered communities here. And that's one of the things that we made a decision. The only way that you can actually get a ticket for our very first event, and we will follow suit in forward events, is through partnered communities. And that's just to really show our commitment with collaborating in the space. We're wanting this to be fun, profitable, and educational. And we believe we deliver on fun. People come back. We deliver on the profitability. It will make it an event that we will continue to want to host. And then third of all, educational. And we believe we deliver on those three things in that order. We will have a sustainable and scalable model that we can continue to deliver in a fun manner these events on DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations, and how that they are impacting what we believe will be the future of work. But I'm done talking. I've got pizza that's already cold here. Any final thoughts? We'll take the Token Town conversation offline here, as far as getting that done, as we discussed prior to going live. But I'm going to stop talking and let everybody else chime in. Some final thoughts here. Thanks everybody for this working group today. This is looking forward to being historical, adding DAOs to a part of our culture in a more open manner, so that we can really bring DAOs mainstream here in 2022. But thanks everybody here today.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good afternoon.
Enjoy the Super Bowl if you watch it.
Right. We will be watching it and cheering for both teams. I just want to see a good game, and may the best team win today. So
May the best team win.
We'll probably have the Puppy Bowl on at our house, but that's just what we do.
Nice. All right. Well, happy Sunday, everybody. We've got a lot to do in the next few days while we're marching forward with the very first DAO Day on February 22nd. Have a great one.
Have a great one, everybody.